Well, so there's been a lot of talk over the past few days about the Red Sea and the Houthi rebels there in Yemen. And while there is no real direct impact to the state of Texas at the moment, one of the perspectives that I wanted to give to you this evening as we discuss this really quickly are how could it impact Texas and how is it impacting Texas at the moment. Now, the attacks in the Red Sea have a significant impact on global supply chains, including those right here in Texas. A couple of key consequences that I want to point out here is number one, that shipping routes, they're being altered. Many shipping companies, as we all know, and it's already been reported, have rerouted or suspended shipments in and around and through the Red Sea. This does affect global supply chains. This rerouting can extend journeys 14 to 21 days, really overall affects the delivery schedules. However, here in Texas, at the ports of Corpus Christi and Houston specifically, we haven't yet seen any impact of that yet. The next thing that could affect Texas, obviously, are increased cost. Freight rates, insurance premiums for these shipments, and the risks of shipping delays have all risen. Some insurance companies like Lloyd's of London have imposed a war risk surcharge on a lot of this freight movement. And overall, the cost for shipping through the Red Sea have doubled just since this conflict has begun. As always, I think you have to consider oil prices. Brent crude has risen during these attacks and directly because of these attacks. That's going to impact fuel prices. And if you're Joe Biden, there comes a real issue with that. He's seen kind of a nice little dip in the fuel prices. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a little bit. This could directly affect the fuel prices right here in Texas because you need that Saudi basket crude to produce oil, to produce gas. You just need it. So I think that's one part of this that people don't often take too much of a look at, right? So definitely I think we'll see some impact on oil prices. Potential inflationary pressures, if the war worsens, it could lead to significant macroeconomic impacts, including potential inflationary pressures due to increased shipping costs and delays. So while there's been a little respite in the inflation here lately, we could see a potential spike. So overall, Texas, like other parts of the world, faces some repercussions from these attacks in the Red Sea with these Houthi rebels. There could be some disrupted supply chains, increased cost, and potential inflationary issues, particularly in the oil and gas sector. Now, the timeline for the impacts of this Red Sea tension, so to speak, to be felt here in Texas and in North America in general, I think that's going to vary depending on a bunch of factors from folks that we've talked to, but such kind of as the duration of these disruptions continue, the efficiency of rerouting measures, the resilience of the supply chains, things like this, that's all going to affect the timing of when this hits U.S. shores. Generally, the effects on shipping and logistics can be relatively immediate due to rerouted or delayed shipments. But I want to focus here, the broader economic impact, like increased prices or inflationary pressure, it could take weeks or months to fully come about. So the situation is dynamic, and the exact timeline can definitely be influenced by these ongoing developments and responses from the shipping and logistics industry, as well as all the geopolitical parties involved. So no direct impact to Texas, but it could be. And we could see it coming along in the very near future. I'm Matt Pierce. This is Techspectives, the podcast. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on some important stuff. Take care.